What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 19 of Quickie Wednesday Live. 19 weeks. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I don't even know if I can believe it. But it is the truth. And we are here 19 weeks in. And it's time for Quickie Wednesday Live, episode 19. YouTuber Archive, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. And some things off the bat, some things we'll be talking about today include, as it says in the title, Michael Keaton returning as Batman. Michael Keaton back as Batman, question mark. Hearing a lot of things, a lot of news, that Michael Keaton will be back as Batman. So who knows about that? Second. Okay. Got a pretty long title today. So the title, yeah. Keaton back as Batman plus 4K Steelbook unboxings and digital giveaways. So that is the situation for today. So, like I said, hope you guys are doing well. We're here for another week. Michael Keaton. I kept typing in Michael Keaton, and the thing went to Michael Jackson. I don't know why. So, yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. Just give me 1 second. And then we'll get this show. So, yeah, some of the things we'll be talking about today are, we're going to be talking about Michael Keaton potentially returning as Batman. I guess that's the big news story of the week. So, what the hell? Okay. All right. So, let's actually head on over to the chat now. We'll get this show on the road. Just had to fix some stuff up for the description of the video. Alright, so let's see what the story is. Let's see what the news is. And okay, we're set. Mr. G says, hi, what's going on, Mr. G? Thanks for joining. Unbelievable montages. The Batman Beyond live-action movie would be cool. Yeah, you know, I've never actually gotten into Batman Beyond, to be completely honest with you. But, I'll search it. and see what the deal is, because I definitely have heard of it. So let's see, Batman Beyond. Is American superhero animated television series about a new Dark Knight protects the Gotham of the future. Batman Beyond fan poster features Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. Michael Keaton reportedly in talks for a live-action Batman Beyond movie. Could the Flash movie actually set up Batman Beyond? Okay, I think that is what everybody's talking about. Okay, so with the news that Michael Keaton might be returning to DC, which was really Batman, I think the Batman 89, was that when it came out? I think that was the first really big superhero movie, right? I think it was. So basically, you know, with Tim Burton coming in and Michael Keaton coming in and kind of doing those first two movies, it kind of spun off, you know, superhero movies to what we know today. But the thing is, with this news of Michael Keaton potentially returning as Batman, I think I would love that. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be, really cool. Really cool, actually. I would be really happy if he returned, because I think that shows, you know what, we respect what happened in the past. We know that the Ben Affleck thing kind of flopped for them in a way. So they're going to try something new, and you know, it's crazy if Michael Keaton actually does return, because he was just recently a MCU villain. One of the best MCU villains in Spider-Man Homecoming. He was the Vulture. So that would be pretty cool if he goes from MCU villain back to DC hero. I think that would be awesome. And I guess this Flashpoint movie, wouldn't that be in the DCEU? I'm pretty sure it would be. It would probably play out like an Aquaman movie or a Wonder Woman movie would. But regardless, I think that would be really cool if we had Michael Keaton return. You know, if you think about it, from when he started as Batman, he goes from Batman to Birdman to the Vulture, back to Batman. Like, I think that would be incredible for his career. You know, if he did return as Batman, I would love that personally. I really would. I think that would be great. So we'll have to see what happens, though. Like, it's weird that that story would even surface. You know, I don't know where that story necessarily came from, but it got everybody's attention. Now, this, I don't know, it just seems like everybody's reporting on it, and even in some places, I didn't even see it as a rumor. In some places online, it was just like, you know, Michael Keaton returning as Batman in the new Flashpoint movie, and there was not even any, like, in talks or in negotiations. It was straight up Michael Keaton returning as Batman. And if that is the case, I said it before, I'll say it again. I think that would be great. Now, if DC is doing this, okay, hear me out. If DC is doing this and they're getting Michael Keaton back as Batman Bruce Wayne, you'd think that the MCU and Kevin Feige would be like, okay, well, now we got to compete with this. You know, we got J.K. Simmons back as J. Jonah Jameson, but was that enough? You know, was it really enough? And I don't think it was. And I think a lot of people are kind of talking about this Doctor Strange sequel and its director, which is Sam Raimi. And I think we would be foolish not to believe the conversations have went down about having a potential Tobey Maguire cameo in the Multiverse of Madness. I think that would make this movie so successful. It would put so many butts in those seats. It would bring in a lot more business than the movie would have already gotten. That's what I believe personally. And I think that would be another reason for rewatchability, why people would continue to come back and watch the movie over and over again in the theater, because they want to see Tobey Maguire back as Spider-Man Peter Parker. Now, Sam Raimi directing this movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, that's the title, the Multiverse of Madness. With Sam Raimi directing this movie, and this movie being about a multiverse, which we just had a Spider-Verse movie with several different Spider-Mans in there. Now this is going to be called Multiverse of Madness. Now, I'm not sure if Tom Holland is going to appear in this film. I'm not entirely sure. I think they did confirm that Wanda is going to be in it. Scarlet Witch. And I think they might have also confirmed that Paul Bettany is going to be back as Vision in it. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I know they confirmed the Scarlet Witch thing. But still, this is a multiverse movie, so I'm thinking if anybody could convince Tobey Maguire to come back, if anybody can convince him to come back to do a scene or a cameo or something, if anybody can convince him to do that, it's Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire was so excited from what we've seen and everything we heard about actually working on Spider-Man 4 with Sam Raimi. There's that interview that they say, we hope to have Tobey Maguire's being interviewed, and he's like, we hope to have it out in 2011. And he's just talking about how excited he is to do another Spider-Man movie. And then shit hit the fan. Shit hit the fan, and that didn't happen because Sony got their sticky fingers in where they didn't belong, and Sam Raimi didn't have as much control as maybe he wanted to, so he stepped away, and they canceled it. They didn't even get a new director. They canceled it. They scrapped the whole movie entirely. But I think once Sam Raimi said he wasn't going to do it, they probably would have tried to get a new director, but Tobey Maguire then was like, well, if Sam Raimi's not doing it, I'm not doing it. So then they decided, okay, we got to reboot this thing. And then give us The Amazing Spider-Man, which was a 50-cent version of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. It's my opinion. But now, with this new deal with Marvel and Kevin Feige and the MCU, Sam Raimi together, I don't see there being... I see the chances of seeing Tobey Maguire in this movie. I see the chances being like 60% yes, 40% no. I could see it happening. I could see Sam Raimi getting Tobey Maguire to do this. I really could. And I think that would be awesome. I think it would be so awesome. The reaction would be incredible. A cameo of Chris Evans as Johnny Storm would be funny. Captain. It would be. But he would never do that. You see, that's different territory. That is really different territory. Because they want to introduce the Fantastic Four in their own movie, probably. So, as like a joke, they would never introduce the new version of Johnny Storm as the old version. They would never do that. I mean, Chris Evans is Captain America. He would never do that. I mean, it would be funny, but not in like a million years would that happen. Uh, you know, it just I can't see that likely at all. I think there's a 0% chance that that would happen. But the Tobey Maguire thing, I think there's a 60% chance it will, and a 40% it won't. And I hope to God it does. I really do, because he's my favorite Spider-Man, and I just want to see that webbed suit on the screen one more time. You know, and if they get, well, I don't know. I think Michael Giacchino might already be confirmed to do the score. But if Danny Elfman did somehow score this movie, and you heard just a little bit of that theme, I would lose my shit. I would. I mean, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies are the superhero movies I grew up with. The first two, anyway. They were a big part of my childhood. So, you know, this would be a special thing for me. You know, really special thing for me. So I guess we'll have to see what happens. But going back to that Michael Keaton situation, there's really nothing that we could really say about it, because it is so out of the blue, you know? It really is. I mean, I don't think anybody would have predicted this. In a million years, I don't think anybody would have predicted this. But now news is out, and some people are, like I said, some people are even going as far as to say there is no negotiation anymore. This is happening. And it's interesting, for sure. So we'll have to see. But this Flashpoint movie, I mean, let's call a spade here. This Flashpoint movie has been in development hell. I mean, they've been trying to make a Flashpoint movie for a long time now. We've been hearing all sorts of stuff about writers and rewrites, and Ezra Miller even doing a script for it, and just everybody doing scripts for it, you know. So what this report suggests is there is a script out there for this new Flashpoint movie, and they might be feeling comfortable with it, and maybe more comfortable than they have before. And the script involves a Batman. So we'll have to see, like, does the Flash jump through time or something to kind of jump in the future to get an older Bruce Wayne who would be Michael Keaton? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. But I do think it would be cool, and I think it would be awesome, and I also think, just like the Tobey Maguire situation, I think if Michael Keaton came in this movie as Batman, Bruce Wayne, I think you would sell a lot more tickets. I think this would be a very, very successful movie, even more successful than it already was going to be. Big question is, will this tie in with Zack Snyder or Joss Whedon's version of Justice League? Yeah, I mean, that is a huge question. But you want to know what? I think they might be able to do it in a way where it's part of that same universe, but it really is its own story. Because I feel like with the movie that's continuing this DCEU, and you do have a Zack Snyder Justice League movie coming, I feel like they're not gonna want to choose a side really on whose version. So I don't think they're gonna do that until the thing actually hits on HBO Max and people start watching it. And if people love it, if people love this version of Justice League, I think they're going to go as far as to hire Zack Snyder for Man of Steel 2. You know? There's a reason we haven't got Man of Steel 2 yet. There is. There's a reason. And that reason is, sure, they've been working on a lot of other projects, but you know, I really do believe they want Zack Snyder to do this sequel. I do. You know, there's a reason it hasn't happened yet. You know, after Man of Steel, he went and directed Batman v Superman. And after that, he was signed on to do Justice League. And I do believe if things went according to plan, and he did direct that Justice League movie, and that Snyder cut was the theatrical cut we got in theaters, and everybody went gaga over it, I do strongly believe that Man of Steel 2 would be in extreme development right now with Zack Snyder directing. Just think about it. If there was no tragedy with his family and things went totally fine, in another world, just think about it. And Zack Snyder was able to get his vision for Justice League out into theaters, and that's what we got in November of 2017, was Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay, and everybody went nuts for it. If that was the case, I highly believe that Zack Snyder and DC would already be in extreme stages of development for the new Man of Steel 2. But seeing what happened in life, and we got Joss Whedon's cut, kind of got a lukewarm response and kind of flopped at the box office. Not flopped, but it didn't do that great. It's the least grossing of all the DCEU movies, and it should be the highest. Now Zack Snyder had to take time off, obviously, to recover. And now he's finally putting a Snyder cut together. So I think DC is now saying, okay, he's going to do this Snyder cut. We'll see how good people feel about this. And I'm sure they're going to feel very good about it. And now I think that this will kickstart. I think it'll kickstart Man of Steel 2. I really do. So if you want my prediction, I think Man of Steel 2 is probably coming in 2023. Maybe 2024. Summer 2023 or 24. That's my prediction on that. So it'll be 10 or 11 years later than the first one that it'll be released. And I do think Zack Snyder will direct it. That's my thoughts on that. Daniel Ann, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for popping in. Daniel Ann says, I think J.J. Abrams is gearing up to direct a Superman movie. I don't think so. I think that was a bunch of hogwash. When you hear stories like, oh, a director is wanting to direct a certain yada yada, you know, a lot of the times it never comes true, you know. A lot of times it really never comes true. So, hey, new challenger, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, most of the time it doesn't go through. You know, so if you got J.J. Abrams saying, hey, I want to do a Superman movie, I mean, that's great, but is it going to happen? I highly doubt it. I'll type into Google J.J. Abrams Superman. May 29th, 2020. It's claimed that with J.J. Abrams doing Superman, that his role for the Man of Steel may be Henry Cavill. J.J. Abrams Superman movie with Henry Cavill possible. Henry Cavill starring in J.J. Abrams Superman movie. Likely. You see, I never really got into that, though. I mean, do we really believe that J.J. Abrams is doing a Superman movie anytime soon? Like, do we really think J.J. Abrams is the guy that's going to direct Man of Steel 2? Or is he just going to direct a random spin-off Superman movie? You know? I mean, what the hell? I just think that's a little weird. So let me see. Let me go to IMDb and type in J.J. Abrams and just let's see what he's got in the pipeline as a director. Okay, nothing. He has nothing in the pipeline as director. So for his last movie credit, it was Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker last year. And that was his last writing credit as well. Now he has an upcoming writing credit, and that's for an Untitled Cloverfield sequel. Now he's got a lot of stuff that he produces. A lot of stuff he produces. Rise of Skywalker was the big, most recent thing. Mission Impossible 8 producer announced 2022. Untitled Star Trek sequel. Untitled Quentin Tarantino Star Trek project. Untitled Cloverfield. So there's nothing in here about a Man of Steel 2 on IMDb. I mean, let me just... Man of Steel 2. Untitled Superman project. There's no one really attached to it at all. So that is just a giant rumor. But who knows? I mean, it might catch some traction. Who knows? But as of right, I didn't hear much about it. So how much traction did it get, really? Let's see. The Destroyer says, hi. Hey, what's going on, The Destroyer? I don't know if you're new to the channel or not, but thanks so much for popping in. We're going to be doing some live trivia a little later on for some digital copy codes. So I hope you stick around. Daniel N. Sounded like he wanted to do his own thing and cast a new Superman. But, I mean, are they going to want to do that? Because, think about it this way. And J.J. Abrams could do a Superman movie, sure. But maybe that's not going to happen for another 10 years. You know, who knows? Because this Zack Snyder Justice League is coming out next year. It's coming out next year on HBO Max. And if this thing is a hit, which I think it's going to be, no one's going to be talking about J.J. Abrams' Superman movie. Everybody's going to be talking about, okay, Zack Snyder did it. Let's have him direct Man of Steel 2 now. And I highly believe that's what's going to happen. I really do. I'm sticking with that prediction. Man of Steel 2 will be released in summer, either 2023 or 24. So that's what I'm thinking about that. Mo Komochi says, hi, what's going on, Mo Komochi? Thanks so much for dropping in. Unbelievable montages. He could do something like Brightburn or Midnight Special, a twist on the Superman story. Yeah, but I don't... It's been done already, you know? I mean, I don't think that's what he wants to do, though. I think if he did a Superman movie, it would be like an actual Superman movie, you know? But where is it going to fit? Where is it going to fit? Because DC is already doing a Batman movie in the past with Robert Pattinson, directed by Matt Reeves, which has nothing to do with the DCEU, you know? So how many times are they going to do a movie that doesn't progress an overall story, which is just a standalone thing? Which I don't mind. I don't mind that. All I'm saying is after that Snyder Cut comes out, people are going to be clamoring for the next installment in the DCEU. It's what's going to happen. You know? I mean, I think they're prepared for that. I think they're prepared for it. I really do. There's no other reason they would be releasing it. I mean, really. I mean, think about it. You know, there's no other reason why they'd be releasing it. Sure, it's a business thing. This is going to set up the next couple of movies. You know? Exactly what the Josh Whedon Justice League was supposed to do. Set up a bunch of movies. But it didn't. Because it was just kind of this dumb, stupid little superhero comedy movie. That's really what it was. Which had no weight. It was a disaster. Unbelievable montages. George Miller was originally rumored, but now that he's doing a Mad Max prequel, don't think he'll do it. Listen, I never believed George Miller was going to do a Superman movie. Never believed it. After Mad Max Fury Road came out, there was already talks of another movie. A sequel or a prequel or whatever the hell the case may be. There was already talks of George Miller doing another Mad Max movie. So I thought that rumor was kind of bogus. You know? Never believed it for a second. The J.J. Abrams thing, I could believe it, but I just don't think it's going to happen for a while. Like, where is it going to fit? It's not. You know? The next big thing they have coming out after Wonder Woman 84 is this Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's the big thing that's going to be coming out next after Wonder Woman 84. You know? So, I mean, that's what everybody's going to be focused on. The DCEU and how to make it better and how to progress it. This is their chance to finally get their feet wet. You know? They did it before and tragedy befuddled the whole damn thing. But now we got time for redemption. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. So that's my mindset on it anyway. But who knows, really? Who the hell knows? But, I mean, this all spins off that conversation. It all spins off the conversation of Michael Keaton potentially returning as Batman Bruce Wayne. That's what this all comes back to. It all rides back on this thing's shoulders. Because if Michael Keaton returns as Batman in this Flashpoint movie, that's very well going to be part of the DCEU. This is Ezra Miller. You know, this is the current day Flash. It's probably going to take place after this Justice League, but at the same time, like I said before, it's probably going to be its own thing, to where they're not going to really need to rely on what's happened in the past. It's going to be its completely own story, and to be able to stand on its own 2 feet, which any movie should. So I think it's going to be its own thing. It's going to stand on its own feet, and I think that leaves Michael Keaton with a perfect opportunity to come back. I do. I think it leaves him a perfect opportunity to do this, and I think it would be great. I think he'd love to do it. Michael Keaton would love to do it. He would be jumping up and down to do this. You know? I mean, like I said, he goes from Batman to Birdman to back to Batman. You know? So this guy, he's got a thing for like superhero-esque kind of things. And super villains too. You know, he was one of the best MCU villains, like I said before. But so yeah, but on all that, we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to see what happens next. All right, so let's swing this. And he will be Birdman again in Morbius. What? I am not sure I know what you're talking about. Let's go to IMDb. Michael Keaton. Okay, so he's in it. He's in the cast. Morbius coming out next year. But there's no character listed. So if I go to Google and type in Michael Keaton Morbius. Okay, so it's a cameo. Everything we know about Michael Keaton's cameo on Morbius. Morbius is part of the MCU with Spider-Man and Vulture. Okay, so I don't think you're talking about Birdman. I think you're talking about Vulture. You said, and he will be Birdman again and Vulture. Okay, so you said, and he will be Birdman again in Morbius. Did you watch the Morbius trailer? Yeah, I'm looking at this thing here, but he's not gonna be Birdman. Vulture bird guy. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about when I say Birdman. When I say Birdman, I mean his Oscar-nominated role from Alejandro G. Inarritu. That's what I mean. When he played Regan Thompson. And this was 2014. So when I say he went from Batman to Birdman to Batman. When I said Birdman, I didn't mean him as a Birdman, literally, as the Vulture. But I know what you're saying. Yeah. We're on the same page now. When you said he will be Birdman again on Morbius, I'm thinking, okay, that doesn't make any sense. But, Vulture, yeah, okay. So, we're on the same page. So, okay. Yeah. Then, what the hell? So, Morbius, what is that? That's, it's an MCU movie, right? Is Morbius in the MCU? Okay, so it's reading this. Morbius, has Sony brokered a deal for part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I don't know. Who is Morbius? How does it tie into the MCU? Daniel N. says Jared Leto. Daniel N. says the Marvel Cinematic Universe follows a single continuity, whereas the DCEU, kind of like Crisis on Infinite Earths, multiple versions of the same character. Yeah, sure. No, you're absolutely right. But okay, so this Morbius movie, it's a Sony villain movie like Venom. Okay, so how the hell does... I don't understand how they're connecting that to the MCU. Is that even legal? Unless they made a crazy deal. Unless they made a crazy deal. You know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting to me, that's for sure. That's... Hey. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch that trailer again, though. Because that's something very interesting. They made a deal with Marvel where they can make their own Spider-Verse, and they can use Spider-Man in those movies, while also have Spider-Man be part of the MCU. Really? Okay. Interesting. Alright. Well, we're going to have to see how they do it. Because this Morbius movie doesn't come out until next year, so I don't want to go Google Gaga over it just yet. But I am intrigued. I will say that. I am intrigued. I am looking forward. So if they want Tom Holland to cameo in Venom 2, they could. Well, I know a lot of people that before the first Venom movie came out, there was speculation that Tom Holland was going to cameo in that movie. But he obviously didn't. But that's interesting. Crazy Gaming Dad says, hey, what's going on, Sean? How you doing, my friend? Hope your day is going well. Hope you're having a fun time and, you know, doing all your streams and all that fun stuff. Hope you're doing good, man. But, yeah, so we're just talking about some upcoming movie news. A lot of kind of stuff recently broke. And, yeah, so we just basically got done talking about Michael Keaton potentially returning as Batman in a new Flash movie. So that's going to be interesting. There's going to be some Steelbook unboxings, 4K Steelbook unboxings pretty soon. So that's also going to be something to look forward to. But now, let's talk about The Last of Us 2 real quick. Because at the end of my stream yesterday, I did do a little review for it. And if anybody didn't watch that, and there's anybody watching this now, you know, I just wanted to kind of get my thoughts out there on that. Did I see the Tenet poster? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Did you see the Tenet poster? Yeah, I did. Tenet. It's pretty cool. You're talking about the one where he's walking, and then on the other side he's upside down. He's walking through the same street. It's just flipped. Yeah. There's a poster at a movie theater that states 7/31. Well, I don't think that's an official poster. Could be, but if you go on IMP Awards, where basically all the posters are posted, there's only one poster for it. So, yeah. Don't know. That's the one. Yeah, this one still says 7/17. So I don't know. I don't know anything about that. It was outside WB. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it. But I guess we'll have to soon find out and see what happens. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys played this game. If anybody watching watched any of my streams for this game. But basically, I just wanted to give my quick thoughts, quick opinions on it. I know Sean popped in a couple times, aka Crazy Gaming Dad. I know a couple other people popped in a few times. Unbelievable montages. You were basically there with me the whole time. But a quick review for The Last of Us Part 2. Non-spoiler review. Totally non-spoiler. So if you didn't watch my streams, you haven't played it, you're not fully through it yet, that's okay. My brief thoughts are, I like the game, but it's not as good as the first one. The gameplay, out of this world. Outstanding. The combat, other than the L1 dodge button not working all the time, which they got to get that fixed, but other than that, the combat, loved it. It's very similar to the first game. Very, very, very similar. So if you knew how to play that, you'll know how to play this. You know. And it's so fun to play. The visuals, this is probably the best animated game I've ever seen. The graphics, the rendering, the lighting, the cinematography, everything is so lifelike and it's so beautiful. I mean, the animation of this is insane. The voice acting, again, out of this world. The writing in certain scenes, great, really great. But the biggest problem with this game is I've been comparing it to this. Luc Besson's Anna. I've been comparing it to this a lot. The reason is, if you've seen Anna, you'll know that this movie is told out of chronological order. You'll start a month later, then we'll cut to 2 weeks prior, then we'll cut to 3 years ago, then we'll cut to 2 years ahead, then we'll cut in the future, in the past, in the future, past, future. You know, we'll cut all over the place, and I kind of have to put the pieces together. And for this movie, it's a really fun time, because you're not really emotionally invested in the beginning of the film, so you're able to kind of piece this movie along as you go. And it was fun for me to do so. Kind of a guilty pleasure for me. I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but I thought it was fun. As for The Last of Us Part 2, it's told in a very similar way. We jump around in time a lot. There's a lot of flashbacks in this game. There's a lot of stuff that kind of happens in the flashback. So I feel like that was a a negative thing about this game. I feel like if they told the story in chronological order and cut out some of the gameplay towards the end of the game, I feel like a lot of things would have been earned a little more. And if they just kind of kept a certain character prominent, sure, but just take certain gameplay out and replace it with fleshed out flashbacks that are important, and just told it all in a chronological way, so we understand what's going on, A, B to Z, instead of just trying to piece it together and finally at the end we get it, because you're so invested when you start the game that things don't feel earned, and finally when they're supposed to feel earned, it's just kind of J.E. says, how close to the giveaways? Just got here. What's going on, J.E.? Thanks for popping in. Giveaways going to be in about 20-25 minutes. That's the plan. But hope you stick around, unless you're just here for the giveaways. If that's the case, thank you, I guess, you know. Who the hell knows? But yeah, so my final score for this game, 4 out of 5 stars. Very fun to play. Very good gameplay. Kind of challenging at times. But overall, it was just, if it was told in a linear way, I feel like it would have been 10 times better. And if certain things were trimmed out, I think it would have been 10 times better. Now, if you want my spoiler opinion on this, check out the final stream, the Homestead and finale. That's where I finished the game. During the end credits, you can just cut to the end credits. I give my spoiler take on the game. So without spoiling it, 4 out of 5 stars. Did enjoy it. Really have no urge to play it again anytime soon, that is. The first one is a lot more enjoyable. The story, everything about it is nearly a perfect game. But this, it's an okay sequel. It's good, you know. It's just a little all over the place with its story and the way it's told. So yeah, those are my thoughts on The Last of Us Part 2. So if you guys are playing it, I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're having fun with it. And you know, if you're look, sorry, excuse me. But if you're playing the game and you're stuck on a certain part, I have the full playthrough up now. There's a whole playthrough, Last of Us Part 2, PS4 Pro. Check that out. It's all in order. So, whole game, streamed the whole damn game. So it was a fun time. Fun time for sure. So that's my thoughts on that. That's my thoughts on The Last of Us Part 2. Right before I get into showing you guys the new releases I got this week, including these 2 new 4K Steelbooks, I did want to mention that other movie news. There is a Mamma Mia 3 in the works. Can you believe it? Now, I'm one of those guys that really like the Mamma Mia movies. Okay, so let me just read a little something from People Magazine, People.com. Amanda Seyfried would say yes in a heartbeat to Mamma Mia 3 as producer teases a 3rd film. Mamma Mia, here we go again. 2 years after the smashing success of the Mamma Mia sequel, producer Judy Kramer teased the possibility of a 3rd film in a new interview with Variety, admitting she was supposed to be working on it during the summer. I was meant to have been getting on with that in my head during these months, but then I got hit with COVID fog, Kramer said. I think one day there will be another film because there's meant to be a trilogy, you see. I know Universal would like me to do it. Kramer also said the movie would potentially feature new music from ABBA, the Swedish pop supergroup whose catalog inspired the movies. Anna Seyfried, the star of the movies, is on board. She thinks the rest of the star-studded cast would be too. Listen, every single person in that movie would say yes in a heartbeat because we want to hang out with each other, she told Collider. That's what we talked about last time. Like, did we ever think that we'd end up here again on an island in Croatia? Still, the actress has her reservations. So yeah, I wish there was a Mamma Mia 3, but I tell you what, I said it before and I'll say it again, and I hope I'm wrong, she added. I don't think there are enough ABBA songs to make a third movie, because we'd have to use Super Trooper again, and we'd have to use Mamma Mia again, and we have to use them in a different way. The original 2008 hit was based on the stage production by the same name and featured Meryl Streep and Siegfried, his mother and daughter, living on a remote Greek island. When Siegfried's Sophie is set to get married to Dominic Cooper's Sky, she sets out to learn who her real father is after discovering who could be one of three men. The three dads are played by Pierce Brosnan, Stellan Skarsgård, and Colin Firth, while Julie Walters and Christine Baranski play Streep's Donna's best friends. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, the 2018 sequel, took place years later after Donna's death, with Sophie pregnant and reuniting all the characters for the grand opening of the hotel that was Donna's dream. The sequel flipped back and forth between present time and Donna's life after college, showing how she met each of the men that could be Sophie's dad. Lily James played a young Donna, with Streep making an emotional cameo at the end. Here We Go Again also featured a fabulous cameo by legend Cher as Donna's estranged mother. In her interview with Collider, Seyfried explained why she thought the sequel was a better movie compared to the first. Well, it's a better story because they had something to grow on, like the first story had to match the stage show. So it was like they were kind of stuck, she said. With the second story, it could have been anything. Having Meryl's character die kind of gave us so many good storylines. It was kind of a genius idea because you're like, no, we don't want to lose her, but at the same time, look at what you can do. You can go back and Lily James could play young Meryl. It was just perfect. It was so well written. And that again is from people.com, their movies section. So let me see. I actually have, where are they? I have the Mamma Mia movies. Here they are. So I have the 2 double set on Blu-ray. I don't sing along, but I'm sure there are people that do. 2 movie collections. So I got Mamma Mia in here, and I got Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. So if anybody's curious, the first movie, you get a bonus disc right here, and then you get the second movie on Blu-ray. I actually do think the second movie is a little better than the first movie. But I do like them both. They're really fun movies. I remember seeing that back in 2008. I think it came out the same weekend as The Dark Knight. Then I saw the second movie, and I was like, damn, I wonder how this is going to be. And I thought it was great. I even liked it more. I love the Super Troopers number at the end. I think they did such a good job with that. But yeah, so hey, Mamma Mia 3, let's do it. I mean, I don't know what the hell it's going to be called. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I don't know. But, I'm in for it, I'm down, really. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there, Mamma Mia 3 in the works, might come out in 3 or 4 years, who knows. But, yeah, I'd be down for it, 100%. So, alright, so let's get talking about these new releases that I picked up. So, the first one, I did own this, ended up selling it, rebought it, not going to sell it again, trying to build this collection. Picked up Aquaman on 4K Blu-ray. One of the best Blu-ray releases ever. Looks incredible on 4K, sounds incredible on 4K. Could have picked up the Steelbook, but this Blu-ray edition was only $15. So, I mean, how the hell could I pass that up? So, yeah, this will be part of the digital giveaways today. So you'll be giving away a digital code for Aquaman, and then just recently released last Tuesday, 2 4K Steelbook editions. Anniversary editions. The first being Braveheart's, included in the thumbnail for this video. Mel Gibson's Braveheart. I've never actually seen this movie from beginning to end, so I'm excited to check it out. The Steelbook looks great. Really phenomenal stuff here. Kind of a little glossy. Not really shiny, but has a slight gloss to it. And then opening it up, you do get a Blu-ray disc, 4K Blu-ray, and the bonus features in the back there. And if you guys are interested in what it says behind, it says, "They may take away our lives, but they'll never take our freedom." A quote from Mel Gibson's character from the film. But so yeah, so Braveheart. I don't know how this looks on 4K. I know it already had a 4K release, but I hadn't picked it up. This is the first time I'm actually owning this movie, so I'm gonna watch this very soon. And then you also have Gladiator. I believe it's the 20th anniversary 4K Steelbook. Look at that cover there. And I actually just watched this movie for the first time last night on 4K Blu-ray. I'll say the picture and the sound is absolutely phenomenal. And I think the movie's pretty damn good as well. I'd probably give it like a 4.5, 4.5. Really strong 4, close to 4.5 out of 5. I think it was great. Just some of the directing choices when he slows down the frame rate and it looks kind of choppy in some of the scenes. It looks a little weird. And I thought the editing was kind of quick as well sometimes. Kind of a little bit too quick. But overall, great movie. I give it like a 4.5 or 5. Simple, you know, but very effective, very good. So you open this one up. It's a Paramount release, so you get similar Blu-ray discs, 4K disc in there. And then if we take the discs out here, you get the great scene where, you know, he's set up to fail, and I got these lions in the thing here. But you know, if you haven't seen the movie, the great scene. And I'll tell you what, something that sucks, but it's the truth, that I'm gonna fix tonight. So last night I put this on around 9 o'clock. 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. And I was really tired. I worked. I had to get up at like 8 a.m. yesterday. Worked all day. Came home. Streamed the end of the game. Last of Us 2. And then, yeah. And then I just did some other stuff. And finally, when I had time to put the movie in, I did. And I fell asleep in like the last 20 minutes of the movie. Like, I saw the scene. Actually, this is one of the last scenes I saw. That scene that's in the inside here with the lions or the tigers, where they are in the arena. I saw that scene, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and all I'll say is I saw dead bodies. If you haven't seen the movie, I won't spoil it, but yeah, I woke up and I saw dead bodies. Not gonna say whose, and I was just like, what the hell did I miss? You know? So I was like, okay, well that sucks. So I was so tired, I just went to bed. So I'll finish it tonight though. I'll probably start with that scene again with the tigers in the ring or in the arena. Probably start with that scene again because I liked it, and then I'll just watch the rest of the movie and actually see what the hell happened. But I mean, I loved what I saw though, so I can't really give it an official rating because I didn't finish it. But it's either like a 4.5. I mean, maybe a 5. I don't know. I didn't finish the movie, so I can't really give a complete rating. But yeah, that kind of sucked. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, so it is that time, everybody. It's time for the digital giveaway. Got the codes right here. All of you are pretty familiar with how this works. I'll ask a trivia question. Whoever can pop in first with the correct answer will win the digital copy code. So, yeah. So we got some good ones today. Speaking of DC, DCEU, and all that jazz, what a coincidence. We got a DCEU movie. By the way, I do want to say, I do really plan on getting, what do you call it? The Batman movies, the Michael Keaton Batman movies on 4K Blu-ray. That is something that's in my plans. So keep an eye out for that. Let me see here. Okay. Let me make sure everything's set. Okay, so yeah, so we got 3 codes. So we'll do Aquaman first. We'll do Aquaman first, and then we will do Braveheart, and then we'll do Gladiator. So those are the 3 giveaways today. Let's see. Unbelievable montages. There's a Steelbook set with both Keaton and the Schumacher ones. Yeah, I might actually do that. I think it's like $90 at Best Buy, but I think I might do that simply because, like I said, I do want to get the Michael Keaton ones, but at the same time, I do want to respect Joel Schumacher's legacy with him just passing away, and I feel like a great way to do that would be to get his films as well. And even though they're, I don't know, to be honest with you, bear with me. Those 4 Batman movies, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin, I have seen a lot of each film. But I have never seen those movies sitting down from beginning to end. Never. So I've never seen the full films. I've seen a lot of Batman and Robin. To be honest with you, that's probably the one I've seen the most of. I can't really remember much from Batman Forever, so I probably have seen the least of that. Batman, I've seen a lot of the Joker scenes. And Batman Returns, I've seen maybe 25 to 30% of. I don't know. So maybe that would be a good idea to get the Steelbook set. You know, why the hell not, right? I mean, we'll have to see. It is $90, so I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm definitely thinking about it. So consider that for next week's giveaways. You know, it's a possibility. It's always surprises, like Aquaman, big surprise. You know. Also, let me see. Aquaman. Let's see something here. Aquaman came out in 2018. That's crazy. Trying to find something. Okay. Alright. So... Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm going to ask a different kind of question. I got a feeling that set is going to be 40-50% off on Black Friday. Yeah, I know, but I'm a sick mofo. And I love to save, but at the same time, I am a psychopath to where there's just something in my brain that is like... If I see it and it's in my hands and I got the funds for it, there's going to be a good chance that thing's going to be riding home with me. So, it's a sickness, but what the hell, you know? Okay. So I'm going to ask this question. So I'm going to type this out, and then we're going to get going on this giveaway here. All right. So let me see. I don't know. It's a tricky question, maybe. Maybe somebody will know this. Okay, so for the digital copy code for Aquaman, the question is, Aquaman had a $67.8 million opening weekend. What film got second place that same weekend? It's a good question. I like that. Why the hell not? Spice things up a little bit. You don't have to tell me how much the second movie made opening weekend. Just tell me what was the name of the movie that hit second place. You want a hint? I'm holding the movie in my hands right now. Mokomochi comes in with Escape Room. That is incorrect, Mokomochi. Escape Room is not it. Aquaman at a $67.8 million opening weekend. What film got second place that same weekend? Why got anybody stumped here? So it was the weekend of December 21st to December 23rd. That was the weekend. We got Aquaman coming in number one, $67.8 million. Give me the title of the number two film. Did you win a code for Aquaman? Mokomochi pops back in with Mary Poppins Returns. And guess what, Mokomochi? You got it. Mary Poppins Returns. That is it. That is correct. Mary Poppins Returns is the correct answer. So, congratulations, my friend. You just won the digital copy code for Aquaman. All you gotta do is hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, whatever's easiest for you, to claim the code. Yes, first win. I'll message you on Instagram. Awesome. It's your first win. All right, very nice, my friend. Very nice. So, yeah, Instagram it is. If you need my Instagram handle, all that should be in the description of the video is my Instagram name if you need it. Unbelievable montages. 23 million opening weekend sounds really low for a Disney movie. Yeah, it does. It does, really. But the film did go on to gross $171.9 million domestically. So basically $172 million. So with a $23 million opening weekend, it really didn't matter because the movie was still really successful. And it made $349 million worldwide. And the film had a $130 million budget. But still domestically, it came in $40 million ahead of that, $171 million. So it did still come in successful. So that is a good thing. That is a plus. Let me see. So next we'll do Braveheart. Let me see. Okay, so let me type out the question. Awesome. So yeah, Mokomochi, listen, right after the show or shortly after the show, I will send you that code. So, yeah, look out for that. All right, so for the Braveheart digital copy code, let me type out that question. We'll get this show on the road. The Destroyer Hey, the Destroyer. What is going on? You're new here, I think. I don't recognize your username. So if you are, thank you so much for popping in. Means a lot. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. So for the digital copy code for Braveheart, the question is, whoever pops in first with the correct answer will win the code. So for the digital copy code for Braveheart, the question is, what Oscar-winning composer wrote the score for Braveheart? Ray Sai comes in with James Horner. And that is it. Congratulations, Ray Sai, you did it. James Horner, that is correct. And you just won the digital copy code for Braveheart, which I think should redeem in 4K. So congratulations, Ray Sai. Send me a message, Instagram or Twitter, whatever's easiest for you. And I'll send you that code shortly after the show's over for Braveheart. Braveheart was James Horner's 4th Oscar nomination. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. James Horner has been nominated for 10 Oscars, starting in 1987 for 2. Best Original Score for Aliens and Best Original Song for An American Tale from the film Somewhere Out There. He was nominated again in 1990 for Field of Dreams, Best Original Score. Then in 1996, double nominee for Best Dramatic Score for Braveheart and Apollo 13. And in 1998, another double nominee and a double win for Best Original Dramatic Score for Titanic. And Best Original Song shared with Will Jennings for the song My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. Speaking of Titanic, that would be really good on 4K Blu-ray. I'll just say that right now. Next, he was nominated in 2002 for Best Original Score for A Beautiful Mind. 2004, nominated for Best Score for House of Sand and Fog. James Horner's final Oscar nomination, 2010, for Best Original Score for Avatar. James Horner sadly passed away at the age of 61. June 22nd, 2015, I believe he was in a plane crash or helicopter crash or something like that, but it was really horrible. It's really a shame. So when Avatar 2 does come out, it's going to be very interesting to see who James Cameron chooses as composer, because James Horner really put his stamp on that movie. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, finally the final digital code for the day will be for Braveheart. No, what the hell am I saying? Gladiator. It'll be for Gladiator. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, congrats. Again, congratulations, Ray Sai. All right, so finally, for the Gladiator digital copy code, let me type out this question, and then we'll get this show on the road. All right, so for the final code of the day for Gladiator, the question is, Hans Zimmer composed the score for Gladiator. He was also nominated for an Oscar for it. He received 11 Oscar nominations total, but only won once. What film did he win for? Daniel N. Jeez, Daniel N., you literally just... It's almost like you just took first, second, and third place. That's totally nutty to me. So, you're correct. Holy shit. Oh my god. What the hell? Quasimodo's jumping off my shelf. Scaring the hell out of me. I don't know how he fell. I thought he was up there pretty securely. He was just standing there. You know, all happy like. I got him on display. Hopefully he didn't get damaged. That's a good looking pop though. I mean, look at that. That's a really good looking pop. It's those clickers. Yeah, let's hope not. But, damn. I don't know how that happened. I didn't even hit the damn shelf. Alright. Okay. So, yeah. Daniel N. That's correct. So, you copied and pasted twice, I think. So, best original score, music score, 1995, The Lion King. You said the same thing. Then you typed again, The Lion King. J.E. says... The Lion King. So you hit second place, J.E. I'm sorry about that, my friend. You hit second place. Fan knocked it off, maybe. No, look at the fan is going to about right here. And the shelf is all, like, the top of the shelf is up there, so there's no airflow up there. I don't know. I don't know what happened. He came in. J.E. says he came in before the question. LOL. I don't think so. I don't think so. I pressed enter, and then his answer came up. So the way I saw it, the way it came in here, is I don't know. I press enter. I finished reading the question. He did show up very quick. He started reading the question before he hit enter. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Absolutely. But yeah, look at Daniel and congratulations. Send me a message, Instagram, Twitter, whatever's easiest for you. And we'll get this show on the road. And damn, I still can't believe that. That's crazy. But what the hell? But yeah, congratulations, Daniel. And so I'll be sending those codes out shortly after the show, which is going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. So yeah, if anybody has any kind of final things you want to talk about, let's do it. So plans, I can give you guys some plans or maybe upcoming digital giveaways I'll be having. So let's see. So I do plan on picking up Portrait of a Lady on Fire, but that probably does not have a digital copy code, and it'll be coming in the mail, and I don't quite know when I'm going to order that yet, so that's kind of irrelevant. It's relevant for digital giveaways, that is. So that's about it for June. Let's see. In July, I don't plan on picking anything up on the 7th, 14th. Don't plan on picking anything up. 21st. Okay, so July 21st, I might pick up the 4K of Spartacus. So that could be something. A new release for a digital giveaway. Also, Marriage Story. I'll be picking that up on Criterion, but from what I understand, they don't come with digital codes. July 28th, I will be picking up the Steelbook for Wonder Woman, the 4K, the new 4K Steelbook for Wonder Woman. We'll be picking that up July 28th, so that'll be included in that Wednesday's digital giveaways. And that'll be it for July for new releases. We go to August. Might be picking up The Town on 4K Steelbook August 4th. August 11th doesn't look like anything. August 18th, don't think so. August 25th, don't think so. So unless they announce some new stuff, there's really not that much. Okay, so September 1st, that's when we get the goods. September 1st, we got Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2 going to 4K Blu-ray. Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes movies, so you could definitely expect giveaways for those. Also, Beetlejuice coming out on 4K Blu-ray, Steelbook at Best Buy the same day. So that'll be another digital giveaway. And the Goonies, probably going to pick the Goonies up on 4K as well. And that's all coming out September 1st. September 15th. Okay, so September 15th, we got a 4K Blu-ray of Hocus Pocus coming out. Not 100% that I'm going to pick that up because I never really was the biggest fan of the movie. 21 and 22 Jump Street potentially coming on 4K Blu-ray the 15th of September as well. And that's really it. That's really the plan. Other than that, really, okay. Nothing really new is coming out in terms of 2020 movies for home releases. Trolls 2 and Scoob are likely the last ones. Yeah, I agree. Till Tenet comes out in November or something. 21 and 22 Jump Street 4K finally. Yeah, so I think that's going to be September 15th, I think they said. But, so yeah, but it's a perfect opportunity now that you don't have new releases coming to 4K. It's a perfect opportunity to release older films to 4K. So, as I said, we're getting Beetlejuice, Spartacus, Jump Street movies, Sherlock Holmes movies. But I think they got to capitalize on this. We got to get more. We got to get some more announcements. We got to get more coming out. But as for digital giveaways, next week I might have some more surprises for you guys. The original Batman movies, big possibility. I don't really know. While they're releasing Satin Tango on Blu-ray. That movie is like 8 hours long. Never heard of it. Never heard of Satin Tango. Let's see. Satin Tango. Okay, 1994. Looks like it's a black and white Hungarian film. And Bela Tar's 7-hour episodic film. Inhabitants of a small village in Hungary deal with the effects of the fall of communism. The town's source of revenue, a factory, has closed, and the locals, who include a doctor and 3 couples, await a cash payment offer in the wake of the shuttering. A villager thought to be dead returns, and unbeknownst to the locals, as a police informant. In a scheme, he persuades the villagers to form a commune with him. January 11th, 2006, it looks like that came out. I never heard of it before, but hey, sounds like a long one. But yeah, so I really don't know what happened to Quasimodo here again. Oh no. Wait. Was this always like this? It had to have been. I gotta Google this now. If that put a hole through his coat, I swear to God. Quasimodo, King of Fools, Pop. Okay, yeah, there's a hole in it, thank God. Yeah. Because that was just a little thing he had in the bell tower. That little cloak. Damn. That would have been crazy. No, but I don't think anything happened to him. That's, he just took a fall. He just took a fall. This is one of my favorite pops, too. It's one of my favorite looking pops. I mean, it's basically my favorite Disney movie. So, I'm just waiting for a Frollo pop. That's all I'm waiting for. Like, I don't understand why they only put 3 in the set when they released Hunchback of Notre Dame pops. They only released 3. Quasimodo, King of Fools, regular Quasimodo, who looks quite sad, and he's holding a little statue he made, and Esmeralda. I'm hoping they do another wave where they release Phoebus, Clopin, Frollo, you know, the Archdeacon. All of them. So, but who knows, really. Do you see any missing piece on the floor? No. I just get kind of anal about it, you know, and when he takes a fall, you know, you gotta... I mean, he hit the carpet. I mean, this is carpeted floor, it's not hardwood, so... But it sounded like he smacked off something when he came down. But he looks alright. But, yeah, alright, guys, listen, that concludes another episode of Quickie Wednesday Live. I know you guys are probably, you know, wanting your digital codes, so I'm definitely going to send you those really shortly after the show is over. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, next week for digital giveaways, there's going to be some surprises. If you follow me on Instagram at KingRises131, my Instagram is in the description of this video. If you follow me on there, I will post if I get any new Blu-rays or 4Ks, so you will be aware of what I will be giving away next Wednesday. So definitely consider doing that. But yeah, guys, so it's been fun. Quickie Wednesday Live, episode 19 in the books. Next week we are celebrating 20 weeks of Quickie Wednesday Live, episode 20, coming just a week from today. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to all our winners today. And that's about it for me. Until next time, for now.